he'd been dodging her. However, his no's, as far as she was concerned, were warm-ups to a yes, so she'd kept after him. She'd finally gotten him on the phone days ago, and he'd been pissed by her persistence. "Yeah, you got talent, but stay the fuck away from me." All she'd heard was, "You got talent." The metro buses didn't run this late, so she'd been forced to walk west on Broadway and past the hotels before turning on the tree-lined side street where she'd parked her car. Her cute pink boots cramped her toes and dug a blister on her heel. Mama would have complained about the walk, the cold, and her feet. Mama understood hard work, but she didn't understand dreams or the cost of fame. Just last night, Mama had begged Dixie to take the secretary job in Knoxville, but Dixie had refused. Dixie wanted to be a star, wanted everyone to know her name, just needed the right break. Worth following. Maybe she'd finally paid enough dues. Maybe soon she'd look back on tonight and recognize the exact moment her life changed. Her chest puffed with pride as she imagined people wanting her. She liked being wanted. As she rounded a corner and headed north, a group of men on the opposite side of the street passed going south. They wore jeans, blue jackets, and collared shirts that popped up in a collegiate kind of way. She guessed they were students at Vanderbilt University. The men slowed their pace, and a couple stared at her with wolfish gazes. The flicker of pride grew brighter. She liked male attention almost as much as the stage. She savored the feminine power she brandished, knowing it could derail any man's train of thought right off the tracks. Dixie paused and bent forward to adjust a tassel on her boot. One of the boys whistled. She grinned and waved, her excitement building. She'd have crossed the street, maybe suggested a party, but tonight another man waited. She tossed the boys a wave, and when they called her over, she pouted and shook her head no before hurrying toward her car parked a half-block away. The boots bit into her little toe. Dixie fished her phone out of her purse, dialed a familiar number, and waited. The phone rang once, twice. Dollar store bracelets rattled on her wrist as she untangled a blonde hair extension from a silver feather earring. The phone kept ringing. Sugar used to pick up on the first ring. He'd be breathless and excited as if he'd been waiting anxiously for her call. But lately, if he answered, he let the phone ring 5 or 6 times, and his hello carried less anticipation. 4, 5, 6. He picked up on the 7th ring. Dixie. He'd wrapped her name in a honey-flavored bourbon, his drink of choice. Hey, want some company tonight? Hesitation, and then, not tonight, Dixie. I have an early morning. Jealousy scratched as she imagined another blonde lying beside him in his bed singing sweet songs in his ear. He liked blondes that could sing. The sound of a woman's voice crooning in his ear made him hot. The first song she'd sung to him had been, "You're Still the One." I thought you wanted me to come by tonight. No missing the pout underscoring the words. He yawned. I know, but I'm tired. It was a long day. In the early days, he'd never been tired when she called. She'd been his tonic, his muse. His rejection amplified her craving for attention. She nestled closer to the phone, imagining she could touch him. Sugar, I can wake you up. That's a promise and a guarantee. Not tonight, Dixie. In a day or two. The soft edges hardened. Rebuff coupled with cold and sore feet stripped her of patience. Why are you doing this to me? I thought I was special. He sighed into the phone. You're special, but enough is enough. We need to take a break. People are watching. Ducking her head, her long hair curtained off her face. Who? People. And that's all you need to know.